welcome back to Pit to Podium. It is a new year, 2026. It is the first, it is the first month, not the first day. It is the 16th day of January here in Morgantown, West Virginia. Welcome back. It's Pit to Podium. I'm still Andrew. I'm still alongside AJ, Cece, and Blake.
We've awoken from our slumber.
Yeah. We have. We really tried.
I'm still sleeping.
We really tried to do episodes on over break, but it just holidays got involved, and New Year's happened, and then next thing you know, we're back, and it's like, all right, well, I guess we got to get back into the swing of things. So, F1 is not in season anymore. We are sort of lifeless at this point. Just trying to figure out what to do here.
We're in a holding pattern.
We really are. And I guess today we are going to, talk about a few things, a few little things. Hopefully we can get a good few talking points out of that. But today's weather, a little bit better than what it was yesterday. 35 degrees here in Morgantown, West Virginia. It feels like 22, but yesterday was a little bit different.
Yesterday I woke up and it felt like 4 degrees. So
yeah, 11 degrees, actual temperature, and as low as I think it would, the real feel was up to, or down to 2, I believe. Was the coldest it got, and I had to walk to class, and then the class got canceled, and I went back up. So that's awesome. But guys, how are you? How was your break? How's everything? It's the first time I see your beautiful faces this year.
Mine was okay. All I did was stay home and work, though. That was it.
I mean, hey, gotta make that money somehow. Yeah. You know, Cece, how are you?
I did nothing.
Yeah.
So
the Broncos are looking good, are they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Bo-lieves.
I will say now that the Ravens are out, the Broncos are my team to go to the Super Bowl from the AFC.
Now that the Eagles are out too.
Don't know about the NFC.
You should be glad that the Ravens got eliminated though, because they fired Jim Harbaugh.
John Harbaugh.
John Harbaugh.
Jim is the other guy.
I don't give a frick.
But I think the outcome of that transaction would have been exactly the same if it was flipped. And either way, the Ravens or the Steelers would have actually gotten clapped by Houston either way.
Good luck.
I wanted the Pittsburgh Steelers to go 9-8 and miss the playoffs again. I would have loved that.
They always miss the playoffs.
Not this year.
Not this year.
Well, they don't miss the playoffs. They just lose in the first round.
The Bills are playing the Broncos. Bills is like my third team because that's my dad's team, but they're playing the Broncos tomorrow. So sorry, Dad. You're gonna have to wait till next year. I remember one time they made it really far, and then they lost, and I texted him. I was like, "How you feeling?" He's like, "There's always next year." That's all he does.
I like the Bills. Don't get me wrong, but I more so just like Josh Allen. But
hey, why not the Patriots?
I'm not talking about Drake, May.
The only reason I don't like Drake May is because you post about him so much. Like, literally, that's the only reason. Every time I see your story, it makes me hate him even more.
It's every Monday. I share this Drake May Monday. Shout out Drake May lover.
Why do you think we record on a Friday now?
Switch it up.
Swapping it up. A little switcheroo here. No, the reason why is because I have no class today, and it seemed to be the most, or I guess the least amount of stress on all of us, and we should be fine. I'm in my last semester here. I think that's been a theme pretty much all year, really, and playbook has started, and I'm stressing about that a lot, and it is week 1.
Right.
So
you're on the doorstep of death.
Yeah. It took me. We said we were going to start recording here at like 3, and then I'm like, hey, I'm working on playbook stuff. Can we push it back to 3:30? And I didn't get here until like, what was it, like 3:15, something like that.
Yeah.
So I guess a little bit early, but I had to push it back a half hour. So, anyways, enough personal transgressions, whatever is going on. Let's talk about
small talk.
Yeah, small talk. We talked for 5 minutes around about that. But anyways, let's get started into the Formula 1 talk. Now, as I said in the beginning of the episode, there is nothing to talk about. So we are going to try and figure out a few things to look forward to in the big 2026. This year will be the first year since 2016, I believe, that there would have been 11 teams. On the grid,
we are throwing it back to 2016.
I know.
Hey.
Everything's throwing it back to 2016.
I think that's right. I think there was 11 teams in 2016.
There was, yeah.
Please fact check me on that. But I think that is the correct. But it's been 10 long years since there has been 2 more drivers on the Formula One grid. Blake has his hand up. 1 second.
By the way, I was gonna say that season was the 67th season, and then it turns out this is the 67th. That was the 67th Formula One World Championship. It was the 70th season of Formula One motor racing.
Right. Fair enough.
But there was 11 teams because I have F1 2017 for the PS4. So
that's awesome.
Ferrari, Force India, Haas, McLaren, Honda, Mercedes, MRT. So Manor. You got Red Bull, Renault, Sauber, Toro Rosso, and Williams.
Right. So this year, I guess it looks a lot different. 10 years have passed, and was it 4 teams that still exist from that list that you said?
All of them except for Manor.
I mean, I'm saying as their names.
Oh,
were.
yeah.
Still the same entity, but under different names. But let's just run through a little bit of the grid here. All 22 drivers and their teams that they drive for. First team on the Blocket, or Locket, whatever you want to say.
Docket.
Docket, yeah, thank you.
All of them.
It's been a week, sorry.
It's been 2 weeks.
You get the point. Right. Let's talk about Alpine real quick. No changes here. Pierre Gasly racing the number 10, and Franco Colapinto racing the number 43. If you're a Washington Capitals fan, that is a number that Tom Wilson wears, and I love Tom Wilson. Anyways, any comments about Alpine? No one. Okay, cool.
If Franco Colapinto is probably the first driver to be replaced, if there's any driver replaced this season.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that wholeheartedly, and
he should not be at Alpine this year. I'm gonna be honest. He shouldn't have a seat.
Give
Jack Doohan another chance. Please.
I feel like this is
got to get no one in that seat. Make it like the F1 Academy. Just have like a wild card every race.
That would actually be fire.
I feel like this is a really easy, I guess, gauge to tell if you're good in F1 or not. Yeah. If Lance Stroll outscores your entire team, you need to mix something up here. Yeah. Like, something is going wrong here. If Lance Stroll, of all people, is beating you and beating you quite handsomely, might I add, something is wrong in France. But speaking,
just Pierre Gasly spirit.
Just an awful.
Wherever
aura.
He goes, it just goes
stinking
down.
Up the aura.
That taxes an Alpine being bums.
Anyways, speaking of Lance Stroll, let's talk about his team, my team, the Racing Green, the 007 team, Aston Martin returning on the grid for 2026. Lance Stroll still there, unfortunately, racing the number 18, and still surprised he hasn't retired yet. But Fernando Alonso returns for his 1 billionth season. In Formula One, racing still with the 14 in the Racing Green. Our first massive change here on the grid, Audi is made up of Nico Hülkenberg. The number has yet to be announced, and Gabriel Bortoleto still deciding the numbers on those. But that's the biggest change that we've had. But I guess the biggest changes come in bunches, and here's the newest team on the docket, Cadillac, the other American team, and I'm pretty sure all of us will become fans of very, very shortly. Maybe.
You're darn right.
Maybe. Sergio Perez will spearhead that team alongside Valtteri Bottas, making their returns to the F1 grid, the Finn and the Mexican Ministry of Defense. Both of them have yet to pick a number, but, we've got, 3 months until you basically have to have a number. But you will figure that out momentarily. Let's visit the glue factory in South Maranello. Ferrari has no changes. Lewis Hamilton still racing the red 44, which is still a little weird, but
Save us.
And
please.
Charles Leclerc still wearing I guess I should say the scarlet, and the number 16 going into 2026.
Ferrari is like the Cleveland Browns if they were actually like good.
So they're not like the Cleveland Browns.
So they're not like.
No, I'm saying that they're just a factory of sadness.
I would think that's like the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
More so. I feel like the
Steelers.
I feel like it's the Steelers because they
Yeah.
think they're good and then they just trash it at the end.
They were good in the 70s.
Unfortunately.
But then
The 70s.
they were really good before the year 2000.
Yeah.
And then
everything
They
went
fell
downhill.
and then they fell off the face of the earth. I feel like the Cleveland Browns thing could go with like
Alpine.
Yes.
or like
Nah, Alpine's the Jets. Because they're the
Oh, yeah,
Browns
that's
are
right, yeah.
the Browns
there
are
to
just like
suck.
Williams.
the Browns are just like bad. The
Yeah.
Jets are incompetent.
Jets are just there to suck. They're there to take up last place.
They're a
every
field
year.
filler.
Yeah, exactly.
they're the embodiment of a back marker.
Yeah, exactly.
They're a bushwhacker. That's
Yeah,
a NASCAR term for
exactly.
you.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Let's take a look at the other American team, Haas F1 team. I guess the original American team.
Isn't it? Aren't they like TGR Haas now?
Something.
I mean, looking at F1 website, it just says Haas F1 team. So if it's a different name, then it's a different name.
McLaren is
I just looked it up.
MasterCard
The
McLaren.
official Twitter
Yeah, flip it
page has
around.
TGR Haas F1 team.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. I did forget that they did do something with Toyota. But
Welcome back, Toyota.
welcome back Toyota. Welcome back Ford. Also,
Welcome back,
when we
me.
get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Rav.
Esteban Ocon still racing the 31 in the black and red.
He's taking
and
it.
He's you know,
Championship.
people ask me about who I want to win the championship this year. Esteban Ocon's got my name.
He's taking it. I'm not even kidding.
He's gonna
I'm dead
take
serious right
he's gonna
now.
take Haas F1 team to brand new heights.
To the
The
Absolutely.
wishful
You're gonna
of all wishful thinking.
No,
No.
I'm an Aston fan. I'm built off of wishful thinking.
exactly.
Oliver Behrman will, I guess, assist Esteban Ocon in
Thank
the
you.
sadness that is 2026 in the black 87 car. Let's take a look at the Papayas. Oscar Piastri returns for yet another year with McLaren racing the 81. And Lando Norris will also be there. Huge surprise there.
there.
And
Goat.
I guess
Don't forget it. His number is 1 this year.
yeah, I was about to say, on the website here, it does not have a number on it, but I guess that's the world's worst kept secret. Lando Norris will be racing the number 1
Thank God.
this year. So, new
LN1 regime.
the
Yes,
LN1
now.
regime is
And we're
in
very
full
strict
swing.
around here.
How
We're
many days
very
are we into
strict.
it?
16 days into it, I think.
It's been more than 16 days since
It's
he
been
won the
16
championship.
days since January.
Yeah.
He started. Not since he won the championship.
I don't know how many days it's been.
Duh.
It's been like a month. It's almost 2 months
Yeah.
at this
A month.
point.
It's been over a
It
month.
was
It's been
Jane's
2
birthday,
months,
it was
I
the
think.
7th. It was Pearl Harbor
Yeah.
anniversary. That's how I
Oh,
remember
my.
it.
Yeah. Right. 40 days.
40
We're 40
days.
into the LN1 regime.
40 days in the LN1 regime.
That's
and,
what AJ should do. Just every episode, just be like,
just update.
Andy's like, it's this
Update.
temperature in Morgantown, and then
And
Andy-
AJ's just-
and we
it's
are
day
40 days
it's
into
day
the LN1
40 of
regime.
the LN1 regime.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Let's take a look at the former home of 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton in Petronas Mercedes-Benz. Kimi Antonelli returns for another year in the number 12. Alongside him will be George Russell, the British man, and I think he might be my favorite Brit.
British icon.
On the British icon.
Yes.
George Russell.
You know who's an icon when the official Formula One YouTube page makes a thirst trap of
Right,
George
right.
Russell.
I know. I mean,
Deserve.
I would fall for it. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But yeah, let's take a look at the first of the Red Bull sister teams. Liam Lawson comes in wearing the number 30, and I'm gonna have a hard time pronouncing this. It's Arvid Lindblad. I think I said his name correctly. Says he is British. First time I've actually like took a first deep dive into Arvid Lindblad. I thought he was Swedish,
Yeah.
honestly.
It's
Yeah.
my goat.
With-
That's
He's
my
younger
cousin.
than all of us.
That's my cousin.
He's
bro.
wait, what?
Yeah, he is.
He is
He's younger than all
17.
of
I
us.
think he's like
He was
17
born
or
in like
18.
September. Of the
2007.
year.
Hold on.
Yeah.
He was
Hold on.
he was born in
August 8th,
2007.
2007.
There's
Yeah.
what?
I'm older than him.
I'm older than him.
Yeah.
I'm older than him.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We are older.
The future is now, old man.
Yeah.
Oh
He's
my
Swedish.
God.
He's my cousin. I love him.
He probably is your cousin. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's,
probably.
He's 1 year older than my sister,
Right.
and she's in her senior year of high school.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is actually crazy. You know, the last time you heard something like this happen, I'm going to talk about this next man on the docket. Max Verstappen on the docket here.
I thought you were going to talk about Kimi
like
Antonelli.
Yeah. I thought last time we heard something like this was Kimi Antonelli.
I thought Max Verstappen started like
He started
early
before
like that.
He was
18.
17, yeah.
like
But I think last time somebody started when they were 18 was Kimi.
Well, I mean,
some little kid.
the point I was trying to make is
Child.
Max Verstappen started driving F1 cars before he could get his driver's license.
Yeah.
So he got his super license before he could legally drive
Yeah.
a street car.
Boom.
He's just
Yeah.
better.
He's
Good,
just
keep him off the streets.
I don't know.
Keep him off.
Is
the
it
street.
confirmed if he's going to wear 3 or 33?
It's 3.
It's
Is it
3?
3? Okay. Because I know the reason why he went with 33 for so long was because I think it was
Daniel.
Danny
He wanted
Rick
3.
had the
He
3,
wanted
and
3, but-
now that Danny Rick is pretty much nowhere to be seen,
No longer
yeah, or
was.
like
I
radio
hope the same
silent.
luck comes to Max Verstappen with that.
Yes.
Who knows? I mean, hey, brand new team this year with Red
Pretty
Bull.
much.
Yeah.
Helmet
keeps
Marco's
talking about
gone.
Max keeps talking about how important family is. Go be with your family. Get
Family.
out, please.
I got family.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem.
Family.
Anyways, if you can do a really good Vin Diesel impression, send it to the Instagram.
Right?
Right.
We will. I don't know. Anyways,
Peter.
Anyways, sorry. Isaac Hadjar will return, or no, not return. I guess he got promoted to the main Red
I am
Bull
so scared.
seat.
Rest in
The
peace.
second seat
I
of
am
doom.
So scared.
And as much as I would love for Isaac Hadjar
He's taking it.
to flourish,
I'm
I said
so
this.
scared.
I said this last year. I remember this pretty much. I'm sitting in the same seat that I am right now, saying the same thing about Yuki Tsunoda. Isaac Hadjar, I wish you the most of luck.
Yeah.
I really do, because oh
it's
boy,
really scary right now.
that second
if
seat.
anything happens to Isaac Hadjar, Red Bull will be
Goodbye.
hearing
Goodbye.
from me personally.
That second seat stinks
Yeah.
of
Daniel Ricciardo.
of
Stinks.
it just reeks of old drivers.
Mark
Think of
Webber
it.
left a curse that has not been lifted
Yeah.
since then.
It just
Wasn't he
like
the one who- didn't
it's
Mark
got
Webber-
it's got the curse. It's got the stench of one Alexander Albon, Carlos Pierre Gasly, Carlos Sainz.
Daniel
Carlos
Kvyat.
Sainz never drove for Red Bull. He just drove for Toro Rosso.
What was it? Okay.
Yeah, Mark Webber threw up in his helmet in 2007, and ever since then it's
just-
seat at Red Bull. Is
They
the
have not got
best.
that stench
It
out of that, but like
It's
I
a
mean,
second Red Bull. It's a blank
bad.
box.
It stinks.
Liam Lawson, I think, was up there at
Yeah,
one
he was.
point.
Yep, for 2 races.
Did Charlotte? No, Charlotte Crow never did for Red
no,
Bull.
he was in
Good for
sour.
him.
Just
yeah.
saying stuff.
I think the biggest offender, Sergio Perez. There's that. And we already said Alexander Albon, but still.
Sergio Perez got. I heard that he got therapy after he left Red Bull. And
Did you
sent,
see all
and
those
sent
videos?
and sent all of his all the checks that the therapist, all of the money for the therapist, he just sent it to Helmut Marko and said, "You're gonna pay for this, by the way."
That's
There
is
were
it is
so
that
many
is that
videos of
true?
him talking.
Is that
That's
true?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my
Did
god.
you see any of
So
those clips of him
respect.
on that podcast?
Yeah.
He went on a
That's
podcast and dropped everything
Yes.
about Red Bull.
I mean,
He spilled the tea.
Huge respect.
He spilt the tea, sis.
huge tea spiller.
Yes.
Call
Yeah.
him Sam Adams.
Revealed a surprising story from his early days at Red Bull, one that ended with Helmut Marko footing a 6,000-pound bill for a single therapy session.
A single one.
Yes.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Where is
So,
he take?
I don't
Where is he
know.
doing
I
this
don't know
therapy
what
in the United
psychologist
States?
he's gone to, but yeah, probably with no insurance. But yeah, it says Red Bull funded Perez's therapy as he struggled to match his teammate Verstappen. Huge respect. Huge
I
respect.
mean-
Going to therapy and said you're paying for it, by the way. Huge respect.
That's a
Like,
big middle finger and deserve
hell
from Helmut
yeah.
Marko.
Let's go.
I could make a joke there, but I'm not
Like,
I'm not
Is it
gonna
in
make the joke.
in the
Careful.
light of
No, it was
No.
just that. I'm just not gonna touch it because
Okay.
it can be really touchy. Regardless,
next?
the 11th team on the grid, the final team that we will talk about right now is Williams. There it is. How you love to make fun of me, how I say Williams. Carlos Sainz returns for another year, the ex-Ferrari driver wearing the number 55, and the ex-Red Bull driver, Alexander Albon, wearing the number 23. Go Williams! Go Williams! The sad hamster meme. So yeah, that will be the entire that is the entire 22 man grid. And I mean, do you want to go over the schedule real quick?
Sure.
There's like nothing besides like Portugal and possibly Spain being there, and also not Madrid.
Yeah, we talked about that a while ago.
Yeah.
How like Madrid would be there, and it's like
Been there, done that.
Been there, won that.
Except
shout out.
not Madrid. It'll be new this year, and it'll be bad.
So this is a 24 round season, I believe.
Yes.
As it has been for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
So things start off in Australia on the 6th through the 8th of March. Then you go to China, then Japan, then Bahrain, the Kingdom of Bahrain, as I like to call it. Then you go to Saudi Arabia. You go to the first American race for round 6 in Miami. Then you go up north to Canada. You go across the pond and go to Monaco. Then you go to the first new race on the docket. It is in Barcelona.
What?
That is the first. No, that is the only Spanish. Oh no, first Spanish Grand Prix. Good Lord.
Take your time. It's okay. We'll
Yeah,
I got you at the what chant.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll wait for you.
Austria is next in round 10. You go to Silverstone in round 11. Then you go from Great Britain over to Spa in Belgium. You get a nice spa treatment there.
That's a
then you
good
go
couple of back-to-back races, though.
Yeah, you have Silverstone. Then you go to Belgium. Then you go to Hungary in the Hungaroring. Is it
Hungaroring.
Yeah.
Hungaroring.
You go from good to absolutely abysmal.
And you go to the you go to Zandvoort.
The high-speed Monaco.
Yeah, high-speed Monaco. Yeah, no, there's no overtaking in
Nope.
the Netherlands. Regardless, then you go
Unless
to
you're McLaren.
I mean, true.
Goats.
And then you go to Italy, the Temple of Speed. You go to Monza, and then you go back to Spain for round 16. Then you go to round 17. My computer's bugged out. There we go. Round 17 in Azerbaijan. One of my favorite races. Low key, I think I really like Azerbaijan.
Yeah,
me too.
Like it looks like a fourth grader drew out the race
And
course.
that's what I love.
But I like it. It's simple.
Let
It's
fourth graders draw
There's like
third
no
graders.
passing, though. Let's be honest.
I mean, no,
Yeah,
but
but it's crazy like that year that Sebastian Vettel was on the podium in 2021.
And that year that Max Verstappen crashed in like the middle of the straight.
or that one year where Charles Leclerc
Yeah.
went into
Yeah,
the
you're gonna bring
castle
that up.
and then 2 years later recreated the same thing in a video game.
Yeah.
Or that one year where Oscar Piastri binned it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was last year.
You can never be too sure
Yeah.
about Azerbaijan. But moving on from round 17, you go to the 18th round. Surprise. You go to Singapore, and then you go back to the United States for the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. Then you go down south from Texas across the border into Mexico City for the Mexican Grand Prix. Then for round 21, you go to Brazil. And then you go back up north to the final American race in Las Vegas. If you want to talk about my least favorite track layout, it is Vegas.
Yeah.
Then you go to the Kingdom of Qatar in round 23. And then finishing out the year, you have, as always, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix on the 6th of December, 2026. So, no, it's 2026. It's December.
No, it's the 6-7 joke.
Oh, never mind.
Because you said 2026, and then
Yeah.
I said 7 right after.
Yeah.
Haha, funny.
I'm most
We all
excited
love
for
6-7
China
here.
because it starts the day after my 19th
It's
birthday.
2026. Grow up.
Grow
That was
up.
so
Sorry,
last year.
I should say 8-9, my
Last
bad.
year.
That was so last year. Anyways, yeah, very interesting calendar, I guess. Still, I guess you could still have the debate about how F1 wants to go green, but you have you're traveling so much. It like you would think if you want to be greener, you would want to have sort of a more linear, I guess more linear. The word is escaping me.
I know what you mean.
Travel path.
Yeah,
that's the word. But starting off in Australia and then going to China, and then Japan makes sense, and then going to Bahrain, and then Saudi Arabia. It's like these two make sense. Bahrain and Saudi Arabia, they make sense. And then you go across the pond to Miami, go back up to Canada. These two make sense, and then you go across the pond, and then you have that little European tour, which I think that makes sense. I like rounds 8 through 16. Yeah. That's a good
that's a good stretch.
That's a good stretch. Then you go to Azerbaijan, which I don't know where Azerbaijan is. That's close to Europe, is it?
I think it's in the Middle East.
I think it's in the Middle East. So it's like still you're going from Spain to the Middle East.
Yeah.
And then from the Middle East to Singapore.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense.
Can we lock in, please?
And oil money, gotta pay something.
Yeah, but
Azerbaijan's between Russia and Iran.
Okay, so somewhere in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's technically like Eastern Europe but
okay, but still, the point still stands. If I remember having this discussion last year with Sam, Mark, and Trey, where if you want to go green, then why are you traveling in such a weird
oil
line?
Money?
Well, I mean, there is
full stop. End of conversation. Just oil money.
Oil money. I had this thought just now. This past year has been, I guess, interesting in the sense that you have a new world champion, the same constructors champion. I guess a very entertaining year.
Not really.
I mean,
Lando's going back to back.
It had its moments.
Not for me.
I mean,
not in my world, not the world I'm living in.
When you're looking at the Max Verstappen story, I don't know where I'm going with this because that's the complete opposite direction of what I'm trying to ask. The entertainment value, I think, has been better in the past 2 or 3 years.
It will become worse in 2 years from now. Next year it'll be like 2021 or 2022 when the
2022 was boring.
I mean, it still had some stuff, and then after that, I'm not very optimistic, to be honest, about this new regulations. They officially announced it, but honestly, I don't think it'll be that beneficial for the racing product.
The question I want to ask is, there's been a lot of radio messages. Which one was your favorite?
Must be the water.
It must be the water is up there. I know my favorite ever is if you continue to speak to me, I'm going to disconnect the radio. From Fernando Alonso.
Mine is Lewis saying have a tea break while you're at it.
Yeah.
Even though that made me so mad, but I appreciate that he started yelling at people. Lewis needs to yell at more people. That's what that's my hope.
I don't think I've ever seen Lewis Hamilton angry before.
Until this season.
Until he donned the scarlet.
Yeah, exactly.
I know what my least favorite is.
What's that?
Hello, is this the world champion hotline?
That was so lame. That's his moment, bro. He ruined it because you had to be a cornball.
Zach Brown.
Nothing wrong with being a cornball.
What?
Zach Brown for the L.
Yeah, and then Zach Brown screaming into Oscar Piastri's ear.
Yeah.
Yes. He's in the middle of realizing that he had a chance at winning the world championship, but it just slipped through his fingers like an ABBA song, and then
shout out Sweden.
He's just there okay. And then Zach Brown is like, "You are a star. I love you. You did great things. I love you. You're a star." I'm like,
that feeling when you realize you're the second driver.
Shut up.
If I'm Oscar at that point, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm depressed over here. I'm just trying to finish out the season. What are you doing?
Playing in his face.
He probably wished he signed with Alpine that one year.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
I don't think he does.
No, he doesn't. He actually got a race win this year, more than one race win. He's not going to get that at Alpine.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe if he was there, they'd be doing better.
Yeah, maybe.
Unlikely.
No, I mean.
You think Pierre Gasly's not just bad?
No, I think Alpine's just bad.
Alpine.
Yeah, but
is
having bad drivers doesn't really help either.
Yeah.
I take one drink and the entire thing goes silent. I was trying to strategize my drink.
You will not have the ding.
That's like whenever you like say something stupid to your friend, and that's the exact moment the class goes silent.
Yeah.
No, Cece, you didn't say a radio message.
I have no idea. I don't know any.
Mine is just have a tea break while you're at it.
I don't even remember that existed. Like I don't remember any.
Must be the water.
What about George Russell's crash out? When he was like trying to defend somebody, he was. I think was he defending a McLaren? He was like, it was something about like Toto or someone told him that Kimi would pit and that he would stay out or something like that, and he just started like. I've never seen George. Like, I mean, I've seen George Russell angry. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I've never seen George Russell that angry.
Oh, yeah. Mine was also whenever Alex Albon got really mad on the radio, and I was like, "What are you guys even doing?" And he was like, "This is the stupidest strategy I've ever had to do. What are you doing over there?" That was also one of my favorites.
Or how about when George Russell got hit by Max Verstappen and then he just went, "Da bleep."
Yeah.
Da beep.
I guess my favorite interaction was this Alexander Albon that was going into the pits and his radio wasn't working, so he just started frantically pointing at his front wing.
Yeah, I remember that. I have a favorite tweet.
I know what the best driver-to-driver interaction is of all time.
What's that?
It is Nico Hulkenberg to Kevin Magnussen.
That was like, are you talking
no,
like
of all time?
Oh, of all time. I was just thinking about this year.
No, not this year.
Yeah,
I'm just saying of all time.
I mean, suck my balls, mate. But like, there's that.
Of course.
But like,
I just found the Alex.
I wasn't sure if we needed to bleep that or not.
Yeah, he literally just said. He said, "Hold on, let me rewind." He said, "Honestly, you guys like make no sense." And then his radio engineer is just like, "Okay."
We are checking. Yeah. We are checking.
Understood.
Understood. Understood.
Wait.
Here, hold on. Hang on. Let me try to like.
Oh, wait, the George one's playing.
Please
tabs
hold.
Open, 2 tabs open.
Here, hang on. I've got your mic up, so maybe we can listen to it. Maybe.
Hello. Oh wait.
Your TikTok is muted.
Got it.
That guys make absolutely no sense. Okay. Ridiculous. Right. Berman has pitted.
Just back to business as usual.
Trust me, it was his razor. Trust me, it was worse before. Yeah, that one is good. Let me have a tea break while you're at it.
have a tea break while you're at it. I think it just. I have a seat full of water.
Yeah.
Full of water. Is there a leakage? A leakage of what? I have a seat full of water.
Yeah.
Full of water. It must be the water.
Must be the water. Let's add that to the words of wisdom.
Yeah.
Words of wisdom.
This is Lewis's.
Here we go.
Maybe. If it'll play.
Have a tea break while you're at it.
That one was good.
Have a tea break while you're at it. I mean, like...
That was Miami. This is like the first quarter of the race and he's already that mad.
Yeah.
That's the Ferrari experience.
Well, he has a new engineer. It's okay.
Yeah, and did you see his Instagram post after the story after the season ended? He was like, yeah, tough season. He was like, this is one of the worst seasons I've ever had in my life. He was like
I feel like we should mention the other Instagram related thing that happened today.
What's up?
Today? Oh,
Lily and
Alex Albon and Lily.
Congratulations to Alex Albon.
My goats.
Getting engaged. Great job. There's no linear thing for this episode. We're just bouncing back and forth.
We're just bouncing around.
I had an idea for a linear thing because I was asking, your favorite, your awards, some might say, for best radio message. So let's go to the FIA award ceremony that happened on it was in December, so over like 2 months ago, or I guess over a month ago, but still, it was December 12th of 2025. I believe that is when it is the ceremony where MBS gives the actual trophy to the world champion of Formula One, and
he puts his head in Lando Norris's hair again.
Yeah. That
loser.
Get
out.
Get out.
Just weird. Like, why?
I don't understand. Like, okay, I get it. I think MBS knows that people don't like him, and he's trying his best to win back the hearts of people. But you doing the stuff that you're doing is just making things worse.
Yeah.
It's just making things worse. I'm sorry. Like, anyways. That was that. A few highlights of it. Drivers World Champion Lando Norris, whoop-de-doo. FIA
Whoop-de-doo.
FIA Action of the Year award went to Max Verstappen for his overtake on Oscar Piastri at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. The DHL Fastest Lap award went to Charles Leclerc of Ferrari. That's the ones that I could find because there's no recap of this at all, unless I wanted to watch the entire 2-hour presentation. Maybe this Sky Sports article has something, but
probably not.
Probably not.
Ferrari won fastest pit stop.
Yeah.
Probably not. They broke
That's
the full
what
streak.
That's what we call a
small win.
Yeah, a pity gift.
A pit.
Why is there no search feature on the F1.com website? It's dumb. I was trying to search for an article about it, but there's no searching thing.
Huh.
It's really dumb.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Well,
the one time it would be nice to have like the Google AI overview. It doesn't have it.
yeah.
The one time I want to search for an article on the F1 website.
The one time AJ is somewhat okay with AI.
Sure. Yeah.
It's just like, nah.
Yeah.
I find it funny that you don't like AI, but your name is AJ. Sorry. It's like,
Where are you going with this?
I don't know.
You are AI.
Yeah, I'm not a real person.
That's what I've heard.
I'm not a real person.
AI.
AJ. I'm just start calling you AI now.
Don't.
Let's do
I'll
that.
kill you.
Whoa. We don't condone
don't condone
threats here.
Yeah, sure.
as we don't condone gambling.
Yeah.
Or smoking.
Don't forget
or
it.
smoking or anything that does
Yeah.
bodily harm. Anyways, so looking something that I thought was a little bit interesting. I didn't know, or I guess I should have known this, but the FIA Awards doesn't just look at F1. It looks at all of the motorsports that it covers. So the FIA Rookie of the Year went to Rafael Camara.
Beats me.
Camaro. It's
Camaro.
It's basically Camaro. It's Camara, so Cam-Era. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce his last name. Was named Rookie of the Year for 2025. That is a F3 driver. I find it a little bit interesting that you have just one Rookie of the Year and it's just for one series. I guess if it's you have one guy that's really good in F3, but another guy that's really good in F1 is just like, well, I don't know. You're sort of comparing apples to oranges there, but
beats me.
Anyways, I'm not in the FIA. I'm not Italian. I'm not Saudi Arabian.
Not Italian.
I don't know.
Isn't the FIA French?
No,
they
were Italian.
Technically. I feel like it was.
No,
I'll check my DNA test when it comes in.
The FIA is like the yeah, it's like
Its
very,
name is
very
French.
Italian. What?
Its name is French.
It is.
What do you mean?
Fédération Internationale de l'Automobile.
Wait, that was French this entire time?
Yes.
Bruh.
Wait, did
Why
I?
are you saying bruh? Didn't you agree that it was Italian?
Yeah.
No, I said that it was French.
Yeah, their headquarters are in Paris. They have offices in
Am I-
Geneva,
Did I?
Valerie, and London.
Andy
But
might be
their main
washed.
headquarters. Yeah, you're washed, bro.
What?
Their main headquarters
Hold
are
on,
France.
hold on. This is just. Hang on.
Is this news to you?
Yes.
I'm blown Andrew's mind right now.
I genuinely thought that
Location,
the FIA
Paris,
was
France.
Get this guy
Fédération
out of here.
Internationale de l'Automobile.
I might
said that
I might
wrong,
have to
sorry,
turn in my F1 fan
Yeah, you're
card.
washed, bro.
Hold on.
You're washed.
I genuinely
Unk.
thought that was Italian. Oh my god, yeah, that's French. Oh my god, I thought they were Italian.
No.
Oh my god.
I really thought I thought they were Italian. I thought it was an Italian group. It is very French.
Yeah.
It is very French. And
They're in Paris, bro.
wow.
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 Right.
Wow.
End the episode here.
I'm
Andrew's
just having
washed. It's over.
I'm just
Please
having
don't end the
having
episode here. I got more stuff to
It's
talk about.
over.
I'm just having an existential crisis right now. Like
washed.
it's
over.
for the longest time I thought the FIA was an Italian group.
Bro's having an existential crisis.
I might have to go and take a lap for a second.
Yeah.
Like this is
You gotta take a timeout.
This
2-minute
is-
warning.
yeah, this is
2-minute timeout.
Yeah.
holy crap. That's crazy. Oh my god. Okay, well,
All right.
any sort of plan that I had
Yeah.
at some point
Glad I can Glad I could give you something you didn't know.
Yeah, look at that. I guess you learn something new every day. Yeah, so I guess that's everything that I. Oh wait, no. We've got one more thing. I guess on my radar. I guess Red Bull was the first to drop their liveries for 2026.
Thank you for saying it correctly.
You get the point. Red Bull. I guess I should say Red Bull and VCarb. Cash App.
Yeah.
The sister team.
Racing Bulls.
Racing Bulls.
Toro Rosso.
Yeah.
The other one. There's Red Bull and then the other guy.
Yeah.
The other one.
Red Bull is going back to a glossy look.
Thank
They are
goodness.
they are doing
They've done something.
they are
for
doing
once.
away with the
Get rid
deep,
of minimalism.
the deep blue undertones and coming back to the bright blue pops. I honestly I like it a lot better than the
much
like. Don't get me wrong.
better.
I like the
old one was boring.
I don't think Red Bull has had a bad livery for a long time. Like
No.
I think they did, but
I like that deep blue, but I really like this really bright blue.
It's
I like it
they
a lot.
Put the white
And
outline
it's like-
around
that's
the
what
red.
their
Yeah,
actual
the bowl.
colors are too.
Yeah.
Like if you pick
And
up a
there's,
Red
like,
Bull can.
There's little details in the blue. Like
Yeah.
there's, like, little squares of dark blue in
Yeah.
it, and like it says Red Bull and dark blue
Some
in it.
kind of
So there's
subliminal
more
messaging.
detail.
They probably changed
Stop
they
being minimalist.
They probably changed the color back to the lighter blue because of the Ford, but I think it's still
It looks
Yeah.
so
it
much
looks
better.
so much better.
Honestly, I think they're using both.
It's a
Yeah,
modern
they
classic.
Are using both.
They're using both blues, and I really like
Yeah.
it. I really do.
Roku?
And this is Ford is back. I forgot to mention that when we talked about Red Bull for a little bit, but Ford is back with the Red Bull team making their engines. Who made their engines last year or the past
Honda.
few years? Was it
Honda.
Honda?
It was
yeah,
still
it was
Honda.
Honda.
Yuki.
Um,
Honda.
Yeah, isn't Honda going to Aston?
They're Aston.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aston now.
they're at Aston. So, basically, Aston Martin's going to win a
Yuki
world
can take-
championship now.
No,
Um,
Yuki's gonna take Fernando's seat next season.
Yep.
That's what I'm hearing.
Trust and believe.
Yeah, I would love a
Trust
team
and
with
believe.
Fernando Alonso and Yuki Tsunoda.
No,
I
you will
would
be getting
love that.
Yuki
Taking
Tsunoda
Alonso.
and
No,
Lance
you get
Stroll.
one or the other.
Alonso is retiring.
You will
You
be
have to
getting
pick one.
Yuki Tsunoda and Lance Stroll.
Can't a guy dream?
You don't get both.
Can't a guy dream?
No.
No.
No,
Not
not
when
with
it comes to
Aston
Fernando
Martin.
Alonso.
Can't a guy just have
Not when it
his
comes to
Max
Fernando
Verstappen
Alonso.
and Fernando Alonso daydreams?
Right.
Like,
Not
come
with
on now.
Aramco
Right.
cognizant Aston Martin Formula One team.
You just read that off my backpack
You're
because
darn right. I read the government name.
the full government cognizant Formula One team
naming
Aramco
F1
Aston
teams.
Martin.
Full naming F1 teams.
It's full legal name. That's
Yeah.
crazy. And then let's take a look at Racing Bulls v Carb Toro Rosso, whatever.
Boring.
It's the same, isn't it?
It looks like copy paste.
It's like a toothpick changes everything.
Well, the big
I-
question of the year is, will the Alpine actually be pink this year?
No,
At this-
Every
at
year
this
they
point-
say it's going to be pink,
at
and then
this,
they
like,
reveal it, and
at
it's
this
not.
point,
it's
Please.
gonna be blue because
Please.
Alpine is blue.
If
It's
it's
not gonna be
pink-
that pink. It's gonna
If
be.
it's pink, I will become an Alpine.
Yeah.
It's gonna be half pink.
know what?
Alpine, make your car
know what?
pink and my life is
There
yours.
is one thing that Alpine can do that would make me an Alpine fan for forever. They would say, surprise everybody, we're now Renault and we're going back to the light blue and yellow because Franco Calapinto's
Right,
over there and
yeah.
he likes yellow a lot.
No,
Yeah.
you will be getting yellow
That's a
and black
reason.
Yeah.
Renault. Daniel
Yes,
Ricciardo
yellow.
Renault.
Yeah.
Daniel K-Mag.
Yes.
Yeah.
K-Mag
Nico Hülkenberg
Renault.
Renault.
Or Nico Hülkenberg, not K-Mag.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Red Bull, absolute heater of a livery.
Upgrade of the century.
And Red Racing Bulls,
Mid. We don't care.
Wah, wah.
a toothpick
Boring.
changes everything.
Yep.
So there is that. Cadillac has released their testing liveries.
It's eh.
It's okay. Still waiting for the Super Bowl, where they drop their
Broncos are
F1.
Where the Broncos are playing.
Yep.
Yeah, when the Broncos play.
Where the Patriots play the Seahawks.
The
Clock
Patriots
it.
are going to lose to the Texans.
I want to see Bo
Nico Collins
Nix
is
throw
out.
300 yards in the Super Bowl.
He's throwing 1,000.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry.
if
Like
you
I'm
heard.
sorry.
So I've
I
heard.
want to
I
see.
don't know if you've heard,
I
but
want to
he
see
is.
Bo Nix pass all over the place.
I want to believe.
I do not believe. I have
wanna
gotten
believe.
one game incorrect so far of my predicted NFL playoff bracket, and that was the Bills beating the Jags. I thought the
I'm
Jacksonville
not
was
lame
going to
enough
win.
for that.
Yeah.
I don't make brackets for the NFL.
I am.
I believe.
Look, I am a Bo lever.
Yeah.
I don't know. cue the Smash Mouth song. Even though that's a cover. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cover.
I don't even know what song you're
Monkeys.
talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember.
What?
I have no idea.
And then I saw her face.
You guys just can't sing.
You guys just aren't good at singing.
That's good because then we can't get caught.
It's not like we're yeah.
We can't get
we
caught by
can't get
copyright.
copyrighted. Yeah,
Exactly.
We're doing a critique on it.
It's
It's our rendition.
Music
fair-
podcast.
Acapella.
Hosier's album.
yes.
Welcome back to Pit to Podium. We've ran out of so many ideas. We're looking at music now.
Yeah.
We're actually a music podcast. Please, everyone, come back.
You know what has come back though?
What has? What?
Sports car racing, baby.
Yeah, that is true. So I guess we've had this.
What about the Chili Bowl?
The Chili Bowl
My
is also
grandpa's
back.
watching.
Yeah.
Shout out the Chili Bowl. It's fun.
I guess other motorsports. We've had this idea for Blake to present this, like monstrous PowerPoint that he's been putting together for the better half of like
67?
what?
It is
2
no joke.
life.
67
How
slides.
long have you been working on this? 2 months?
I
His
think it's
whole
been
life.
2 months. This is
Whole life.
I tweaked it during
Life
winter break.
project.
You've
Worked.
tweets.
I changed some stuff with it yesterday. Let's see. I created it. I'm scrolling back through the edit history. I have so many edit dates.
Minecraft villager sound?
Back through
I'm gonna hop on
December.
Minecraft.
Yeah, can we hop on the craft real quick? Hop on the craft.
Great game, by the way.
Great game.
I've
That's
been
all I
playing-
played. That's
Dude,
all I played
we've
over
been
winter break.
playing.
I've been playing that.
And then that's all we played, and then I was the operator on our realm, and then I made everybody wanted to be operators. Everybody wanted to be
dragon.
operators. So I took one for the team, made everybody operators, and then Cece spawned 5 Ender Dragons.
I spawned one.
In the whole world.
I only
And then
spawned
you
one.
also spawned 15 Wardens.
I didn't do that. That was Mary. That was Mary.
Yeah, that was me. Somebody spawned 15 Wardens. Somebody spawned. We were in the end getting Elytra and killing Ender Dragons, and then all of a sudden there's 5 Wardens around me, and I'm dying. And then we go back to our overworld base, and there's an Ender Dragon there waiting for me.
Okay, I
So-
created this presentation on November 19th of 2025.
Oh my god! So it's been basically like 3 months.
Yes.
This is a 60. No joke intended. This is a
No
67-page movie, I guess you could say. An
Prepare to
absolute
lock
epic.
in, folks.
We will not be going through the entire thing today.
No.
Blake has said that he's gotten a good standing point.
Yeah, so I have like the general overview on like the 2 main series for sports car racing.
Did
and
you send it to me?
then I did. I sent it to your
Did you send my
Mix
mix
email.
Oh, okay. Well, let
and
me
then
just get my mix.
I just have every single car that you'll see. So then once we get through all of that, then that's where we'll be done. So I don't know. It's definitely gonna be more than 15 minutes. So
Okay.
we'll
hang on.
see.
Let me try to get to my mix account. I think this is my mix.
By the way, does Audacity record this audio from the computer? This computer that you're currently using?
I think so.
We can test it. I just have a couple of clips of
I really
car
don't
sounds.
know.
So if not, I can just play it from my computer.
Let me just go into my Gmail and actually find this. Yes, this is.
Please
me.
hold. We should just cut this out, honestly.
No, it'll be fine. We're just.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. It'll
Somebody
work.
talk. Somebody say something.
I'm
You guys say something. I'm gonna be talking for the next 45 minutes.
logging into the thing.
Andy, why don't you tell
I'm
us
taking notes right now.
why don't
I'm
you tell
catching
us
up.
your password?
No, I will
I'm catching
not.
up on homework right now.
That's what I was doing for the past like 3 days, and I still have to do laundry.
I
Aren't
also
you
have to do
so
laundry.
Andy, you've seemed so excited to be on Playbook.
So I am. I really am. Like.
What's your position?
So I don't know that right now.
Huh.
It is yet to be announced, but
Here, I can take the
You have
keyboard.
to audition.
yeah. So it's like an audition thing, and
Yeah, I've
you know,
heard
you'll
it's a whole
get
thing.
you'll get like anchor, producer, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's just kind of how that works. But you won't get there until like I don't even know. But no, like I honestly like I really am excited for Playbook, but it's just
A lot.
It's just a lot of work.
It's complicated.
And the position that I'm going for just happens to be the most amount of work. And
Was it producer?
Yes, producer. Me and a few others in the class are all going to be fighting over 2 positions for the producer and then either assistant or associate producer, the AP, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. And we will, I guess we've put in our applications already, so that is being reviewed as we speak. But yeah, very excited for this. I guess this new opportunity for Playbook. It's kind of a dream come true for me. But regardless, we've got a doozy of a little thing. We're 40 minutes in, but let's try to let's do this. Blake, if you want me to do this, I can actually put this on the Instagram as like a post, so then people can actually see this PowerPoint, because we're not like...
I mean, you can just put it on the website. That might make it easier.
Oh yeah, that is true. We do have that.
Because I don't know how it would work on the Instagram side of things.
Yeah, that is fair. Yeah, so I'm going to upload this presentation on the website, and I'm going to give you enough time to go into the website, figure out where it is, look for it, locate it, open it up, and actually, follow through with us.
Right.
And as I'm stalling, this is like I said, this is a culmination of 3 months of work for Blake. And yeah, I guess this is the biggest introduction to the outside of F1 since the episode that won an award. So yeah.
Here, I can take the keyboard and then I'll do it, because I got a bunch of bullet points. Trust me, it'll be easier.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, let me, for you guys here and for everyone watching at home, let me explain
the audio viewers.
I'll explain the relevancy of this, because this week is the Roar at the 24, which is the Rolex 24 at Daytona, aka the first basically major automotive race in the United States and North America. Today through Saturday is the Roar at the 24, which is basically just like extensive testing. And then next week is the Rolex 24 at Daytona, aka the 24 hours at Daytona. So that's the start of the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship Series, which I'll get into. Also, if anyone wants this, I have a extra Ferrari 499p Lego set. So if you guys want to build that, and you guys can see if you can build it before I get to it in the presentation. So if
all right,
all right. So how many pieces is that, Andy?
It is 62.
Okay.
It is
so
60...
it is less. There's less pieces in this than slides in my slideshow.
Hold on, hang on. How are we doing this? We're like
You can open it, and I'm just gonna go.
Like I rip it, and then it's we'll just go.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna mute. Hang on. I'm gonna mute my mic, and then I'll just go.
Yeah. Also, you guys can, AJ and Cece, if you guys have any questions or comments and input, feel free to add them, because I don't want to just be talking. You guys can, if you have any thoughts and comments, feel free to add them. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, welcome everyone to an introduction to sports car racing, presented by me, Blake Fuchs. So, the main characteristics of sports car racing are as follows. Most of the races are time-based, not distance-based, so compared to regular Grand Prix where you have a set number of laps, it's a set time set. So there's only one race in the entire World Endurance Championship and IMSA calendar that is distance-based. Everything else is time-based. So it's 90 minutes, 2 hours, 12 hours, 10 hours, 24 hours. That'll get to in the second part. I'll just run through the schedule, but that's just like a little preface. There's also multi-class racing, so you basically have different categories of cars racing at the same time. So it's bigger fields, but it's about 20 cars or so per category. So it's different rule sets and everything. And there's distinct characteristics between these manufacturers and classes. So you can see, I have pictures of the 3 main classes. You can see that they look a bit different in terms of just like the way that they're built. They have different regulations, engine setups.
I've seen these before.
Yeah. The 3 pictures, I have the Porsche Penske 963, and then I wanted to put in the AO Racing Spike and Rexy cars. So I'm currently wearing an AO Racing Rexy shirt right now.
Right.
From
that car with the teeth on it.
That is dope, by the way.
Yes,
the car with the teeth on it.
Shout out AO Racing. They have some cool stuff. Okay. So let's talk about some similarities that sports car racing has to Formula One. 5 out of the 8 2026 World Endurance Championship tracks are on the 2026 Formula One calendar. That'll get to later, but a couple of them are also former F1 tracks. So Imola and Fuji were on the Formula One calendar, but aren't anymore.
Boo.
And it's also under the general FIA umbrella. So the World Endurance Championship is sanctioned by the FIA, and then IMSA, which is on the North American side, it's under the general same thing. So it's like the FIA basically governs this as well. And then it uses similar aerodynamic principles. So it's obviously a little different, but the Ferrari hypercar outlet used some of the aerodynamic principles that they learned from the Formula One team to help develop their hypercar. So those will sort of cross over a little bit. And then some F1 manufacturers, like I just said, they're affiliated with sports car racing to various degrees. The way that it works is a little bit differently than F1. Think of it like Sauber and BMW Sauber. The way that it worked was BMW operated with Sauber, so they were factory basing the Sauber team, but they weren't actually it wasn't BMW. They were working with the Sauber team to do their thing. So then they have customer teams as well, but they usually, all these teams that I'll talk about, all these manufacturers, they have an independent team that they work with as their factory backed team. So you'll see throughout that there's some of those. And then some F1 commentators do commentary for the World Endurance Championship, that being Anthony Davidson and Karun Chandok. So if you
Karun.
watch any of those, if you watch those races, you'll hear those voices and you'll be like, oh, I remember them. So let's talk about some differences to F1. Most races are longer just because of the fact that some of them go to extensive hours, like 6, 10, 12, 24 hours. Multiple drivers drive one car, so you have one car, and then depending on the race, it can be 2, it can be 3, it can be 4, but they have different seat inserts and different setups, so it's pretty seamless, but there's more than one person per car. And then you got closed cockpits and wheels because of the fact that, that's just basic characteristic. And there's only one adjustable aero part, so the teams can choose, or the manufacturers can choose what part is adjustable. So compared to Formula One, where you can adjust the front wing, the rear wing, that sort of thing, you can only adjust one. So most of them will choose the rear wing to adjust and change the downforce of, but sometimes they'll change the front. It's personal preference. So that's something to note as well. And there's broader technical regulations. So compared to Formula One, where you have to have a set engine with the specific leaders and all that, it's a bit more broader. So you can have teams with a V8, a V12, a twin turbo V6, a naturally aspirated V6, and there's a lot more broadness to it. So it's very attractive to manufacturers because that means that then they can basically just do whatever they want. But it's regulated by a system called Balance of Performance, aka BOP. So it's
Bop.
Yeah, it's twisted, but it is a formula that both the World Endurance Championship and IMSA uses to basically just even things out. So they'll start with a baseline for everything, like max horsepower, weight, fuel size, and all that, and then depending on how well one team is doing over another, they'll reduce the weight to give someone an advantage, or reduce the downforce to give someone less of an advantage. There's a joke in the World Endurance Championship that every week Toyota just gets 20 more kilograms. So it's like the Esteban Ocon plus 5 seconds to Esteban Ocon, but it's
Not too much on my man.
yeah, but it's just plus 20 kgs to Toyota, and because Toyota's really good. But
wouldn't that be there is an Esteban Ocon relation there because they've got the Toyota thing for Haas.
Yes,
So.
but that's just unrelated. It's
I just found that funny.
yeah. But then you also have different pit stop regulations. The way that it works is you don't have 2 jacks that go on either side of the car. There's a little air jack that you put into the car, and then it's got little rods that basically pneumatically push down and pushes the car up. And then what also they do is obviously they have to refuel. So what they do is they shut the car off, and in the World Endurance Championship, they can't do anything until they're done refueling. Then they can change the tires, and you can change only the fronts, the sides, or all 4. It depends. And then you have to just start the car up and just keep going. Tires are different. So in IMSA, it is Michelin tires. In the hypercar class, it is also Michelin tires. And in the WEC LMGT3 class, it is Goodyear tires. So a little bit of differences in terms of tires as well. Fuel, WEC uses Total Energies, and IMSA uses VP Racing fuels. So a little bit of that as well. They get a little bit of shout out for, because of the fact that they have to refuel. Tires also go for a little bit longer, so they'll like quadruple stint, sometimes triple stints. So the tires are built to last a lot longer because they have to go, obviously, for a lot longer compared to Formula One. So 18 laps is like nothing for a hypercar. That's like nothing. They'll go through 3 pit cycles on the same set of tires. So it is the exact opposite of Formula One, where tires are really not much of a problem.
Yeah.
And then you also got rolling double wide starts. So compared to Formula One, you got the standing start. Both IMSA and WEC, they have just 2x2 all the way down. And in WEC, they have the lights, same thing. So they have like the 5 lights as they're rolling down. Once the lights go out, then they go. In IMSA, it's just a green flag. Also, fun fact, in WEC, they try to play also Sprach, whatever the heck you say, the music. So they like the boom, 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 as they get to the start. So whenever they time it, it looks
the 2001.
Yes.
Oh,
the
okay.
2000.
I don't even know what song that is.
It's a theme to 2001.
I can
So
show you guys
based on-
after. Yeah, I can show you guys after this. When they do it, when they get it correct, it is really cool. But that's like
But they rarely get it correct, I'm assuming.
No, the timing's hard, but sometimes they get it and it is spot on and it is cinematic.
It's like when they play Star Wars themes for runners to barricade at concerts.
Yeah.
They do that at Lollapalooza.
Yeah. Okay. And then differences to F1, they also have different points scoring systems and qualifying methods that I'll get into the second part. They're a bit more lenient on contact, so if you're going to like bang doors with someone, the cars are a little bit more durable, so it's not as big of a deal. If you're going to take someone out, though, they'll still like give you a 5-second time penalty. And then teams choose the numbers, so you can have 3 digits. So it's not just you're not just limited to 2 digits. You can have 3. So Aston Martin has the 007 and 009, for example. So you got that, and it's not as personality based because with F1 you got like 22 people.
Yeah.
So you really get an idea of who
They're
they
my
are.
close personal friends.
my close personal friend, Lewis Hamilton.
For WEC, you have about triple that amount because you have 3 drivers per car, and you have 40 teams. So instead of 22, you have 120 drivers. So it's not as like personality based. Also, I don't have it on here, but another similarity is that in WEC they have virtual safety cars and safety cars. They can also use full course yellows and slow zones. So what that means is basically, you know how when they have like the sector yellow, they'll basically just like make that like a slow zone. So it's basically just like a safety car, but they just have to go down to a specific spot. Everything else is green. In IMSA, they basically just use full course yellows, which is basically just like regular safety car in F1, or just like a caution if you're looking at it from NASCAR.
Yeah.
So I have a list here of F1 drivers in sports car racing. So the first list of people here, and this is a test to see how many people you know. This first list is people that have formerly driven in Formula One and are currently in sports car racing, be it IMSA or WEC. First, we got Kevin Magnussen.
Knew it.
Nick DeVries.
Know that one.
Logan Sargent.
Flop.
Antonio Giovinazzi.
He's okay.
Robert Kubica.
Great pull.
Felipe Nasr. It's gonna trust me, Andy. It's gonna get more and more.
It's gonna get more and more obscure.
Yeah. Kamui Kobayashi.
Oh yeah.
Who is one of the best? Who is one of the?
him.
He is one of the best in the World Endurance Championship. By the way, he's like one of the best drivers. He drove in the 24 Hours of Daytona last year and passed 9 people off a restart at one point, which is insane.
I passed.
If I don't see Felipe Massa, I'm going to riot.
Then we got Brendan Hartley, Marcus Ericsson,
I know him.
Sebastian Bourdais,
Nope.
Sebastian Buemi,
Nope.
Oh my.
Jean-Eric Verne,
I've heard that name.
Stoffel Van Dorn, Jack Aitken,
I know him.
Andre Lauderer, and Pietro Fittipaldi.
Jack Aitken, my goat.
I'm not done, by the way.
Oh my god.
Paul DiResta, Antonio Fuoco, who has
I know that name.
driven in a free practice 1 session at Mexico. That's the connection.
That's the actually.
Teo Porcher, Pietro
put him
Fittipaldi, Alexander Rossi,
I know him.
Frederick Vesti, Will Stevens, Roman Grosjean technically, maybe not, and Daniel Kvyat, maybe not. I don't know.
What about? Oh, never mind, you're not done.
Then we have people that have formerly driven in Formula One and sports car racing, but are also now retired. So you got Jenson Button, who retired this year. Juan Pablo
First to
Montoya.
press the DRS button.
Yeah. Martin Brundle, who won the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Mark Webber, who drove in sports car racing before going over to Formula One. Michael Schumacher, who's driven in a couple of Le Mans. Kazuki Nakajima.
I've heard that name.
Yeah.
Who's that's a deep cut. Along with Vitaly Petrov, one-time podium finisher in Formula One.
Aww.
Anthony Davidson, David Brabham,
Anthony
Giancarlo
Davidson.
I'm
Fisichella.
sorry.
Anthony
You just
Davidson.
have all these like Italian
Anthony Davidson.
and it's
Yeah.
like it's
Anthony Davidson,
Vitaly Petrov,
Giancarlo Fisichella,
yeah, that, and then just Dan Smith, BYU.
Yeah.
or Nick Heidfeld.
Whenever you said Anthony Davidson,
And-
my mind immediately went to Anthony Davis, and I was like, "What is he doing here?"
Yeah.
What
And we
is he
got
doing?
and Bruno Setta. And then next is people that are in other series but not currently in sports car racing at all. I should have Alexander Rossi in here. I don't know why I did that. But we got Felipe Drogovic, who's in Formula E. Mick Schumacher, who's now in IndyCar. Pascal Wehrlein, who's in Formula E. Callum Ilott, who's in IndyCar.
Go.
Lucas Degrassi, who is in, I believe, Formula E. Then we have the current F1 drivers. We got Nico Hulkenberg,
Boom.
who, fun fact, if you look in his Instagram bio, it is Formula One driver and Le Mans winner because he did win at Le Mans. Someone also who won at Le Mans was, or no, he's not. I forgot the order. We got Max. We got Max
I knew
Verstappen.
exactly who you're talking about.
Certified
Yeah,
flop.
we got Max Verstappen,
Flop.
who hasn't driven in WEC
Flop
or
Central.
IMSA, but has driven at one of the Nürburgring GT3 events. So I'm counting it because he has his own sports car endurance.
Central.
He has his own sports car team. So we'll get there. Also, Fernando Alonso, who has won 2 consecutive.
2.
He is 2 for 2 at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, winning with Toyota, and of course Lando Norris.
What about test drivers?
When did Lando drive in?
He
something
drove
else?
a Rolex 24 back in 2017.
I was
What
aware
about
of that.
Pato and Colton? Because they were teammates one year.
Boom.
I'm getting there. I got a whole list.
Oh, he knows.
And Joseph Newgarden won.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
but let's
caught
talk
up.
about the 2 main series. We got IMSA and WEC. Let's start with the WEC, World Endurance Championship, FA World Endurance Championship. First season was in 2012. There was
6.
a sports car.
You were 5.
There was a sports car series back in the day, but then it folded, and then they had some other series, and so it was a whole thing. But now it's the World Endurance Championship, and that was in 2012. And it's organized by the Automobile Club de Oeste, aka the ACO, and is sanctioned by the FIA. We'll get to the ACO a little in a second.
French.
The French FIA, by the way.
Yeah.
Just in case you forgot.
So in WEC, there are 2 classes and 3 drivers per car. I'll get into those in a second. Minimum of 2 cars are required for each manufacturer. A couple years ago, when they introduced the new rule set, it was not the case. But then, starting in last year, 2025, it is required that each car or each manufacturer has 2 cars. It doesn't have to be the same team. So a couple of the GT manufacturers have 2 teams operating 2 different cars for them. So like BMW has that. And then hypercar. The 2 classes are Hypercar, with 17 full season entries, and LMGT3, which has 20 full season entries. So that's a total of, if you do the math, 37 full season entries. And they race in every single race for the calendar. The biggest event is 24 Hours of Le Mans, which is unsurprising because that's the biggest. It's probably the most famous endurance race out of all of them, let's be honest. Right, Andy?
Yes.
Nobody's even heard of any other ones.
No, I mean, I've heard of the 24 Hours at
Daytona.
I've heard of Daytona and
I've
the
heard of
ones, but that's
DTM.
all.
Because that's
Yeah.
where Alex
Yeah.
Albon raced.
DTM is a lower
Nick did
series
too, didn't
GT,
he?
lower
Yeah.
GT series.
Goat.
And then we have the ACO, which is the largest automobile club
Also
in
city
France,
limits.
founded in 1906. It's basically like if AAA was in France and they also organized motorsport.
Right.
So they
So, like, on the
organize.
side.
So they
Just a
organize.
side quest.
So yeah, so they're more of like an organizer. So they organize WEC along with some lower tier series. You got the 24 Hours of Le Mans, the European Le Mans series, which is the EMLS, which runs LMP2, LMP3, and GT3 cars, and the Asian Le Mans series, which currently runs LMP2, LMP3, and GT3s. But starting next year, they will have hypercars. And let's get over to IMSA now. the International Motorsports Association, which, fun fact, is owned by the same ownership as NASCAR because Bill France, who founded NASCAR, also founded IMSA. It is the North American Sports Car Racing sanctioning body, so it's not only is it the series, but it's also the sanctioning body for the series. So you have the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship, which is the top series, along with some support series. You have the Michelin Pilot Challenge, the VP Racing Sports Car Challenge, the Mazda MX-5 Cup, which if you have never seen before is incredible. And then there's a couple other one-make series of sports. They have like the Lamborghini Super Trofeo. They have Mustang GT3 or Mustang Challenge. They have a couple of other ones. They have like a Porsche Carrera Cup. But let's talk about the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship because that's the only one that we care about. It's the top section. IMSA, what?
WeatherTech.
Andy, you feel like you're going to say something.
No, I guess first of all, I finished the Lego thing.
Yeah.
So
good job. You can see how close it is to the actual Ferrari 499P.
Yeah.
It is not similar at all, trust me.
I'm just trying to...
Am I going too fast?
No, this is perfect speed.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is how my brain works.
So the WeatherTech Sports Car Championship is the top sanctioned IMSA series, which began in 2014. It was a merger of Grand Am Road Racing and the American Le Mans Series. So that was like the ACO thing. But then they merged in 2014. It is 4 classes, and the number of drivers depends on the length of the race. So most of them have 2 for like the shorter races. Some of them have 3, and then I believe not very many have 4, but that's like the 24 hours of Daytona. The 4 classes are GTP, which is the hypercar class, 11 full season entries, LMP2, which has 12 full season entries, GTD, which is 13 full season entries and 5 for the Endurance Cup, which I'll get into in a second, and GTD Pro, which is 8 full season entries along with 4 Endurance Cup entries. The biggest event is the Rolex 24 at Daytona. They technically have their own endurance Triple Crown, which is the Rolex 24 at Daytona, the 12 hours of Sebring, and the Petite Le Mans, which is 10 hours. The Michelin Endurance Cup, which I'm sure you're just wondering about, is a secondary WeatherTech series involving just the 5 endurance races. So you have the 24 hours of Daytona, the 12 hours of Sebring, the 6 hours of the Glen, the Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech?
No, it's Virginia. No, it's.
They have a racing team?
No, it's.
I mean, we do, technically.
It's the Virginia International Raceway. I forget how long it is race, and then the Petite Le Mans. And it's 58 combined hours in 2026, so teams can run just those 5 races. It's a secondary championship with its own point system. It's given out at certain hour intervals. 5 points for first, 4 points for second, 3 points for third, and everyone else gets 2. Depends on the race. So like the 6 hours of the Glen, they give out points at the 3 hour mark. Or it's for the Rolex 24, it's 3 hours, 12, 14, 18, and 24. Something along those lines. And I've actually been to an IMSA race. So I went to the 2024 6 hours of the Glen. I have a fan guide if you guys want to look through that. It's just like a little program.
Oh my God, he's like ready.
Yeah, I got.
Holy smokes!
I have been. Yeah,
WeatherTech.
but if you flip through, you can see there's spotter guides for everything, and there's a little bit of info. In my experience, it was very fan friendly. It was. It didn't seem like it was that cheap. I didn't pay for my tickets. That was my dad. Shout out my dad. It was myself, my brother, and my dad who really has introduced me to sports car racing over these past couple of years. So it's been fun to be able to know as much as I do.
What's your dad's name?
Richard.
Richard Fuchs. I like that.
Shout out.
He went to some 12 hours of Sebring races years ago.
On here?
Do I have what?
You got motocross on here?
I don't.
Oh, we could have.
That's what I know about a little bit.
Then I think you and Trey Steyer would have gotten along because I think Trey is now.
I know motocross because my dad used to work for Racer X.
Yeah.
Really? I think. Hold on. I think Trey Steyer actually works for Racer X.
Oh, fire!
Anyway, there's a lot of stuff that's open. I don't know what this is like compared to Formula One, but the garage and paddock is just open, so you just like walk around and see like them working on cars. 90% of the grandstands were open, so you can just kind of just wander wherever. And then there's a pit / grid walk, so you can just get up close with the cars and drivers. There's like no barrier. So if you see the top left, that's like the garage. So they've just like taken stuff, and you just like go over there whenever. You can see when they're doing they're inspecting cars. Bottom left is the grid walk, so you can see there's just like no barrier, there's no fence, there's no nothing. You can just go up, and if you wanted to, you can just touch the cars, you can just look inside of them, you can talk to the drivers, take pictures, get autographs.
It's like the one rally racing that didn't have any.
Yeah, Group C.
Yeah.
Was it Group B or Group C?
I think it was Group B.
Oh, okay.
And then you can get a pretty good view from everywhere. So this was my view at one point for the Watkins Glen race. So you can see how close they are. There's like no barriers and everything too. It's really cool. It's for anyone who cares. It's coming out of the boot, which would be turn 9, coming up that big hill.
Beyond the boot.
Ooh. Shout out Watkins Glen, by the way. But let's get into the classes because I've been saying stuff like GTP, LMP2, GTD, LMP3. So I'm sure it'd be important to talk about that.
What do those letters mean?
Hold it. We got to talk about one more thing first. We got to talk about the FIA driver categorization because it is different from the FIA Super License. Basically, any series besides Formula One uses it to just like categorize the skill level of everyone, and it classifies based on age and experience. So you have 4 tiers. First is bronze, which is basically any driver who's over 30 years old getting a competition license. This is known as like the amateur driver or like the gentleman driver. Right. So basically it's like a pay driver. Right. Then you have silver.
Fernando?
Yeah.
Not yet. He is
he's locked in.
I'll talk about Fernando in a second. But then you have
Fernando. You didn't look up. You were locked in.
I'm making some moves right now.
No, you're making.
Then you have.
Do not worry. I will reveal it once.
I'm making money moves.
I will reveal it. Huh?
Mogul moves.
Yeah.
I will discuss it after we.
I'm making moves that you don't even know about.
Then you have.
Oh no! It's a surprise to all of you.
Yeah.
Then you have the silver license, which is anyone who's under 30 getting a competition license. So if I got an FIA competition license, I would get a silver license. Then you have gold, which is silver drivers who have won in an FIA 2-3 series, regional touring car series, and like, so like FA Formula 3, like Formula 4, like any of those, or have finished in the top 5 of a Tier 2 series. So NASCAR Cup Series, Formula 3, Formula 4, Indy NXT, Super Formula, DTM, that series, or Platinum, who's gold drivers who have finished in the top 4 of a Tier 1 championship, which is F2, Formula E, IndyCar, Super Formula, won in a major endurance race, so the Triple Crown of Motorsports, or Triple Crown of Endurance Racing, so like Rolex 24, 24 Hours at Daytona, or they've won the IMSA GTP or WEC Hypercar Championship. If you are age 55 and a platinum driver, you're immediately demoted to gold. No exceptions.
You're too old. Get out.
Yeah. So
we need
Fernando
that forever.
Yeah, you're unk.
Yeah. So there's an age limit on how many are like to platinum. So there are no drivers in the Formula 1 grid that have a bronze license. No 2026 F1 drivers with a silver categorization. Right. No drivers in the 2026 Formula 1 grid with a gold license. And there are 6 with platinum. That is Alonso. That is Fernando Alonso, Franco Colapinto, Nico Hulkenberg, Lando Norris, Lance Stroll, and Max Verstappen.
Awesome.
So,
So
yeah, you don't need it, but it's good to have if you want to do like other series. So that's why people like Max Verstappen has it. Lando Norris did the Rolex 24. Basically, all those guys that I talked about before. And then I don't know, like Franco Colapinto has it, but I think he did some other stuff. I don't care.
I don't care.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the lowest category, technically the slowest category in both these series. So you have the LMGT3, which is in WEC, and then in IMSA you have GTD and GTD Pro. The way that GTD and GTD Pro are different, it's skill, but the way that you can see the difference is that on the windshield and the mirrors and the end plates of the wings, it is different colors. So GTD Pro is red, GTD is green. So you can see I have here the Aston Martin Vantage GT3 Evo. So none of you are looking at the screen right now.
Sorry, I'm writing an email.
So yeah, you can see the red here on the mirror and the end of the wing and on the windshield banner. That indicates that it's a GTD Pro car. If it's all green, it's GTD. But GTD stands for Grand Touring Daytona. It follows the FIA GT3 regulations, which are the same on both of them. So it's just like a general rule set. All these cars have production equivalents. So you can see the Aston Martin Vantage. There's no like production. They all have production equivalents. So they basically have to have a specific amount of them. It doesn't really matter. Basically, if you see it on the track, they have a bunch of them in real life. So in LMG3 GT3, you have 1 gold driver, 1 silver driver, and 1 bronze driver. In GTD Pro, you have 2 platinum or gold rated drivers. It doesn't matter. Yeah. And in GTD, you have 1 max platinum rated driver plus a silver and or bronze driver. So that's a Pro-Am category. Whoa. So that's the difference between GTD and GTD Pro. Is like GTD Pro is like the more skilled class in WEC or in IMSA, and GTD is more like the beginner. Top speeds around 185 miles an hour. It depending on the specific car and where you're at. But that's like the general basis for the speed. In LMP2, it is a IMSA only category. It is not in the World Endurance Championship. It is Le Mans Prototype 2. Created in 2017 by the FIA. It's set to run through 2027. It's used in IMSA, like I said, but not WEC. Besides the 24 hours of Le Mans, then they bring in the European Le Mans Series LMP2 class for that. It's the top class in both the ACO Support Series, so the European Le Mans Series and the Asian Le Mans Series, until next year in 2027, where it will be the Hypercar class, which I'll get into later. In IMSA, it's a Pro-Am, so it's 1 platinum or gold driver along with a bronze driver. So it's a pure gentleman driver with the platinum gold driver. Top speeds, they can get up to 215 miles per hour, but they're slowed down to about 200 miles per hour to create a gap with the hypercars. So it basically makes the hypercars look better. No one really cares about the LMP2 cars, how fast they go.
Get out.
Right.
But everyone uses the Eureka 07, which is that car there. For anyone who's only listening, it's the United Autosports with Andretti, number 22 LMP2. And it runs a Gibson Technology V8, which is approximately 530 horsepower. And let's see if it goes through, because I have a video of how it sounds.
I don't know if that'll pick up.
Nah.
Here,
where's the speaker
I don't
at?
know where the speaker is.
Hang on. It'll be fun. Just keep going.
Yeah, here's how it sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you an impression.
Sorry.
Fire.
Very nice.
Oh, that's fire.
So yeah, it's very like high pitched, and it's basically a spec series, so they all sound the same.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool. But you got Hypercar and GTP. Hypercar is the class for WEC, and IMSA it is GTP, short for Grand Touring Prototype. I have a picture of the Porsche 963, Porsche Penske 963 Hypercar that was used in WEC. Get into that later, why it's a little bit different now. But it's the top class of both IMSA and WEC. Will be used in the Asian Le Mans Series starting in 2026 through 2027, that season. It fully began in 2023, replacing the WEC LMP1 class and the DPI class in IMSA. They were completely different. This is like a joint venture, so they can be run in both series at the same regulations. And it's currently set to end in 2032. So pretty new, but pretty cool. And I think it's very good. And obviously both these parties think so because it's going to be going for a bit while longer. And there's 2 types, LMH and LMDH. They're a little bit different, but they run under the same category. And thank goodness for that, because if it wasn't, it would be pretty bad and pretty stupid. But they use hybrid technology, which isn't like Formula One, where it's more like a boost. It's more used as like a support. So it's kind of like, I guess you could say like the KERS technology, where it's just like the MGU-H. Yeah. So it's not as like prominently used. It's just like a little boost. Essentially, like if you had a turbo, but it was it's like a secondary turbocharged engine, but it's just electric. Its max power is around 670 horsepower, and top speeds are around 215 miles per hour, but they're comparatively slower to their predecessors of LMP. Yeah, predecessors of LMP.
I'm slower than my professor.
Yeah, but it's a lot slower than the LMP1 cars based on like traction and just like overall speed. There was a car from the LMP1 class, the Porsche 963, the Porsche 919, that the Porsche slightly tweaked and just like made better, and it broke the Nürburgring lap record, single lap record. So those things can rip. And then let's talk about the LMDH, because that's one half of the hypercar class, short for Le Mans Daytona H. What does the H stand for? I guess we'll never know.
Right.
What do these letters mean?
Yeah, but it's cheaper than LMH. There's a cost cap of around $1.5 million, the engine excluded, and it's a given spec chassis from one of 4 suppliers, so they can choose between chassis from Oreca, Dallara, Ligier, and Multimatic. Then they can just go from there with the design. It's a spec hybrid system used in the rear wheels, so they just like buy it, developed by Bosch and Williams Engineering. Fun fact.
Wow.
So,
Shout out.
Williams Engineering, yes,
out
that
Alex.
Williams.
Yeah.
So they help build the hybrid system for these LMDH cars. There's currently 5 in use, 4 in IMSA, 3 in WEC, and there's also 3 more in development. One's going to be debuting this year, 2 in 2027. Then you have LMH, which is Le Mans hybrid. It's more expensive, but there's less design restrictions, so the chassis can be designed by the manufacturer. You still have like the same 4 chassis designers, but they can mess around with like the placement of stuff. Same like monocoque and everything, but they have a bit more design freedom. There's no cost cap as well. The hybrid can be in the front, rear, or not at all. That's completely
Gotta
developed.
get Red Bull into this.
Yeah.
No cost cap.
It is
Get them in there.
But the hybrid's completely developed by the manufacturer, so they can mess with it a little bit more. So that's one of the appealing things to it. It can be in the front, rear, or not at all. Meanwhile, the LMDH is only in the rear. And there's no cost cap. There's 4 currently being used, 4 in WEC, and 1 in IMSA. And LMP3, I won't really talk about it that much, but I feel like it's kind of important because when I showed Andy clips from a Asian Le Mans Series race, he saw those and went, "What's that?" So, LMP3 is Le Mans Prototype 3. It's an entry-level prototype, costs around It costs like $250,000, so it's very cheap. It's used in the European Le Mans Series, Asian Le Mans Series, and the VP Racing Sports Car Challenge, which is basically like a lower-tier support series for IMSA. It was one of the top classes in 2023. But now there's enough cars that it doesn't need. It's not needed. Basically, it basically was a fuel filler for the first couple of years of hypercar. Right. It's the 3rd generation that began in 2025. The previous have lasted 5 years each. It's basically just like a spec series. There's cost cap. They basically all use the same parts, which is a twin turbo Toyota V6. Makes around 610 horsepower. But there's 4 different cars that you can pick from. You have the top left, the Ades AD25. Top right, the Duquesne D09. Bottom left is the Ginetta G61 LTP3 Evo. And in the bottom right, you have the Ligier J6 P325.
I like the liveries.
Yeah. And if you look, you can see the wing is separate from like the rear end plate compared to everything else. All these other cars where it's not separate.
Yeah.
So, Andy, you can take a look. That's an LMP3 car.
Yeah, take a look.
Is that what I just built?
No.
Oh, they look similar.
Here, let me go back to the LMP2 and you can see. Here's the GTP. You can see
for those of you that are following along, go back like 3 slides.
Yeah. Go back to the GTP slide. You can see that this is together in the back here, where the rear wing is separate to the rear bumper, and versus the LMP3, it's separate. So that's like one of the main differences. Also, just like a lot slower.
I see.
So this is like a history of like the IMSA over the past like 10 years. So you can see it's a lot of chaos when the two series combined. They had prototypes and then prototype challenge. Then they had like DPI and LMP2, GTD, GTLM. Basically, since 2023, it's been a lot better. So we've really entered like a golden age of sports car racing because it's good. There's good racing, good cars, and there's a lot of manufacturers. Which let's get into, folks. Yeah. Starting with the GT manufacturers. Full disclosure, every single one of these cars has 2 in WEC, so I didn't feel like putting 2 in WEC. In IMSA, it's a little bit different depending on the manufacturer, but just keep that in mind. Starting out with Aston Martin.
Yay!
You got the Vantage AMR GT3 Evo with 3 in the GTD class. I went off the 24 Hours of Daytona entry list, so if it's incorrect, I don't care. Also, fun fact, this team, the Heart of Racing, is co-owned by Valve co-founder and co-owner Gabe Newell.
What?
Wow.
The Heart of Racing.
I don't know who that is.
Wait, what? Wait, Gabe Newell, as in like...
Gabe Newell.
Valve?
He
Gabe
co-owns the racing team that runs Aston Martin in both GT and Hypercar. That's a fun fact for you.
He's the owner of Valve, or no?
Yes, and he also
he's the owner of Valve, a video game company.
Yes, and he also yes.
Video games that have and Steam, the video games that are.
But yeah, he also co-owns the Heart of Racing team. So just a little shout.
Just everything.
It runs off a V8 turbo. Yeah. It runs off a V8 turbo engine. Was debuted in 2019. The Evo started in 2024, and the Evo has 7 IMSA wins and 1 WEC win. Next, we got BMW with its M4, with its M4 GT3 Evo, 1 in GTD Pro and 1 in GTD. It's a twin turbo i6, so instead of it being like a V formation, it's just like a straight flat line of cylinders. It debuted in 2024 or 2022, the Evo in 2024, and the Evo has 3 GTD Pro wins. It was the 2024 GTD Pro champions, the 2025 Endurance Cup champions in GTD Pro, and has 2 WEC podiums.
I like that livery.
Yeah, these guys are kind of a menace. They're kind of a menace. They do some stuff.
That car looks like a menace.
Then we got GM represented by Chevrolet. It's manufactured by Pratt & Miller, but who cares? We got the Corvette Z06 GT3R, 2 in GTD Pro and 3 in GTD. Corvette's been one of the most historic and most successful, and basically like they've been around the block for some time in sports car racing. So if you find any sports car series, you will find a Chevrolet Corvette. Right. With this naturally aspirated V8. Boom. This car, the Z06 GT3R, debuted in 2024 and has 3 IMSA wins, including the Rolex 24 GTD class win last year, 7 IMSA podiums. They were the 2025 GTD Pro champions, 2 WEC wins, and 4 WEC podiums. By the way, I'm saying this is like not including a win. So like if they're on second or third, just for clarity. Then you got Ferrari with the Risi Competizione 62 Ferrari. This is This is the 296 GT with 2 in GT Pro and 4 in GTD. This is one of the most used cars in the GT3 category with its twin turbo V6. Debuted in 2023 and they've won a ton. I was looking at Wikipedia for like lists of everything, and there's just so many wins. They've won They won the GTD class. Overall, I think that was 2024 or the 24 hours of Daytona. Either way, they won the Endurance Cup and the 2025 GTD Championships, and they have an Evo planned for 2026. So it looks like that. It's not that much different. But this is the car that Max Verstappen used when he won his debut GT3 Nürburgring race. So that's what it looks like. You see
just doing stuff.
Yeah, you see the Red Bull Verstappen.com livery.
Going back home with his family.
Andy, what are your thoughts
on
this?
I've heard.
Yeah.
That's the Max Verstappen GT3 that he won.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I love that livery.
It is kind of a good livery.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Then we got Ford.
Mustang.
This is the slide that I had to update yesterday because of the Ford announcement stuff. But this is the Mustang GT3, which has 2 in GTD Pro and 2 in GTD with a naturally aspirated V8, which sounds incredible. Debuted in 2024, so it's one of the newer cars. It has 3 IMSA wins, including the 2025 Rolex 24 GTD. It finished in GTD Pro first and third. Has 4 IMSA podiums and 2 WEC podiums. And LMDH entry is planned for 2027. It's unconfirmed if it's going to be an IMSA, but it will run in WEC. It's going to run the same naturally aspirated V8 engine as the Mustang. And one of the lineups was announced yesterday. Seb Priolo, Mike Rockefeller, and Logan Sargent, baby.
Hey.
Yeah, look, it's Logan Sargent.
So he's not going anywhere. He's running with Ford, the Mustang for this year in WEC. Next year he'll be in the hypercar. Some people think it'll look like the Ford GT that won Le Mans in 2017. 6-7. Look, the car is number 67.
It looks like
but they haven't
from Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah, because that's the same car, the Ford GT. But there's like no real idea what it looks like. Then we got Lamborghini with its Huracan GT3 Evo 2, which has 1 in GTD Pro and 1 in GTD. It runs a V10, which sounds incredible because it's got this like whistling sound before you even hear the actual engine revving. It debuted in 2023. That's like Evo 2. And in 2024, it had a single GTD Pro podium and 2 GTD podiums. Next year, or this year, maybe it's unclear. They'll have the Temerario GT3, which will run a twin turbo V8. I think the Huracan looks a lot better though, personally.
How much more do we have to go through?
Like
what slide are we on?
We are 20 slides. It's just.
Oh, jeez.
We're getting to the end.
Hold on. I just want to check how long we've been recording for because if it's over an hour, then we might have to. Holy smokes!
Where are we at?
This
Holy!
this presentation has been almost an hour long.
Right.
It's been 45 minutes actually.
Right.
Here,
We can stop at the end of the GTs.
okay.
Sure.
If that makes it easier.
Sure.
Because it's either that or we go through the entire list of every hypercar.
Yeah, just do the GTs.
Okay. We got Lexus and Toyota with the Vassar Sullivan, RCF GT3 with one in GTD and one in GTD Pro. Runs a naturally aspirated V8, debuted in 2017, so the oldest GT3 and still in the category. It has 5 GTD Pro wins, 11 GTD Pro podiums, won the 2023 GTD Pro Championship, and has 10 GTD wins, 18 GTD podiums, and 2 WEC wins. So it's been around the block and won a bunch. Next year, it will be replaced by the Toyota GR GT3. Maybe. They haven't announced that it's going to be there, but it has a twin-turbo V8, and it looks pretty cool, honestly. And then we got McLaren with the Papaya people with the 727, the 720S GT3 Evo, which is running a single GTD Pro entry. It's not going to look like that. I don't know what it looks like. It's just I put a picture of the FAF McLaren because it has the Papaya. It runs a twin-turbo V8, debuted 2023. 6 IMSA podiums, 1 WEC win, and 2 WEC podiums. It's kind of mid, to be honest. Not very good.
Yeah.
But, talk about Zach Brown. It got an LMDH WEC entry planned for 2027. So, Zach Brown's been talking about that, and they're going to have an LMDH car. That's maybe what it's going to look like, possibly. We don't know for sure, but that's what they're sort of like the general idea. Then you got Mercedes. With its Mercedes AMG GT3 Evo, 3 GTD Pro cars, 2 GTD cars, and a naturally aspirated V8. This is one of the most successful cars in sports car racing. It debuted in 2020. And When We're Racing has won a bunch. They are the defending GTD champions and have won it since 2023. So they're on their second consecutive championship. And the Mercedes also won in GTD Pro. Then you got Porsche with its 911 GT3R, 2 in GTD Pro and 4 in GTD. If you recognize that car, it is because that is the same car that was used in the Formula 1 movie. So the beginning sequence, this is the car that Sonny Hayes drove in the 24 Hours of Daytona sequence. So they got that car with the peak and the Geico. It runs a naturally aspirated flat 6 engine, so it's a little bit different than most engines, but it sounds pretty nice, and I think it's pretty cool. Debuted in 2023. They have a bunch of wins and podiums. They're like the Mercedes. They just have won a bunch. They're the 2024 GTD Pro champions and the 2025 LMGT3 champions. Boom.
Okay.
All right, we're done.
That was, wow.
That was a lot.
35 slides of
I am halfway
67?
through this.
Oh,
Yeah.
Great.
I just got a list of all the hypercar manufacturers. Hold on, let me move my end of part 1 slide to the up.
Right.
Holy smokes. Wow.
You're welcome.
End of part 1. That's all right. Oh, yeah.
We've got content for days here, kids.
Yeah.
So that was. I mean, I didn't mean for this episode to turn into a hour and a half special, but hey, you learn something new every day, and I hope that this episode could have been, a really good that's a sound you don't want to hear him and excuse me, but still very good introduction to other motorsports.
Stay tuned for part 2 on next week where I go even more in depth.
Oh boy. But yeah, so
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that's I definitely know what I'm naming in this episode. Yeah. But
Tonight, Blake talks about something for way too long.
But yeah, so that I mean, I guess I sent the email that I was writing. I'm not gonna say it on air because this is gonna be a little bit of a secret. Ooh, who did I email? Someone cool? Did I email my girlfriend? Did I email my mom? It's like,
MBS.
Whoa.
MBS.
So
Italy.
little tease there, but regardless, so that was episode 34 of the Pit to Podium podcast. I want to thank you so much for listening through all, what is this? Probably an hour, 40 minutes of it. If you sat through all of this, thank you. Thank you so much for listening.
You.
Appreciate you. And hopefully we'll be back next week around this time. We usually, last year we did it on Mondays because that was when it, sort of went into all of our schedules. But now Fridays seem to be the most open day for all of us, so we're going to go from Mondays to Fridays. So definitely keep an eye out for us until next Friday. For myself, Andrew, AJ, Cece, and Blake, we will say bye until next week.
Bye.